welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to a really windy day here in Hoskins, Papua New Guinea. We're heading over to Gazmata today. There's quite a few clouds in the middle of it, of the island. It's only about 60 miles, 50 miles over there, and but I hear it's VFR weather over there. So let's go ahead and get started and get on our way. All right. All right, energy's over 14. Introduce my low idle. ITT's coming up at a nice rate. I'm just watching the white needle as it comes up to see how fast it's going. So it's just my alternator fail and generator fail because I don't have them turned on. All right, prop forward V2 on, alternator generators on, and aux bus is on. I've got 600 pounds of fuel for this little 21-minute flight over there. I don't have anything on board. I'm going to pick up 8 passengers. Moresby 8861 November Tango Zulu Taxi Hoskins Gazmata 1 POB.
November Tango Zulu. No reported traffic.
November Tango Zulu. All stations Hoskins. November Tango Zulu. We taxiing for Gazmata. Not above 5,000. Alright, while he's pulling off, let's go ahead and just do our takeoff checklist. Our fuel caps are good, our selectors are good, our controls are good. We'll leave our TAWs enabled for takeoff. Let's get our radar on standby and warming up. Flaps are at 20. Indicated and verified. Our switches and instruments. So today, we're pretty light today, 5,200 pounds, so our rotate's going to be like 53, 54, and coming back going to be 64. Alright, if I'm not 50 knots by the 1,500 foot marker, full reverse, heavy braking, flaps up, cut off, pull off, and shut off if we're going off after takeoff. Pitch for 85, consider EPL, consider feather, otherwise cut off, pull off, and shut off. 80 full flaps. It is pretty windy today, so I'm actually going to bump that up to at least 85 full flaps, and straight ahead to the field just past the runway. Then hit the emergencies, masters off, crack my door in case the fuselage gets bent. We're clear on right and left. 35 degrees today, so 1470 I believe. 1470 for 1520. So ignition, condition, flaps 20, fuel and harnesses. Lights and bypass. Checklist is complete. Alright, here we go. 1470. Alright, airspeed's alive. There's 50 by the 500 continuing. There's 60. Got a little bit of windshield shear today, so I'm just going to keep my speed up. And then over 80, then I'll start popping up over the tree line. Alright, we'll climb out at 7.5 degrees on the attitude indicator. That'll give you about 85 knots with 20 degrees of flaps, and 740 on the ITT. It's going to be our cruise out. We'll see if we can go underneath of it. If we can't, then what we're going to have to do is pop up to 5,500, which is our minimum safe for this leg right here. Right, safe altitude over 85, 10 degrees of flaps, and over 90 and also climbing. We'll go 0 degrees and bring our prop back to 2,000 RPM. And our ITT will bring on down to 720 for our climb. Landing light will leave on just for a few more minutes. Our engine inlet back to bypass, our igniters are turned off. And let's call it Moresby if we get a hold of them. Moresby 8861 November Tango Zulu departure.
November Tango Zulu, Moresby, go ahead.
November Tango Zulu departed Hoskins, time 15. Tracking 178 on climb 5,000, estimating Gazmata 36.
November Tango Zulu on climb 5,000.
All stations Hoskins 127.1. Kodiak November Tango Zulu departed Hoskins for Gazmata, outbound track 178 on climb 5,000. All stations Hoskins. Alright, yeah, so it's pretty whippy, whipping the wind today. It's been like 30 knots up high.
Quebec 1271.
And yeah, we got some mountains or, you know, volcano hills right here and right over there. So as the wind's kind of coming this way, it's just rolling over top of it. All right, let's go ahead and bring our torque back to 1250. And I'll just stay at this altitude for now until we get a little bit further up. It looks like it's either going to be pretty low getting through here, or what I'm going to have to do is jump up through these clouds and go up to 5,500.
Caution, terrain.
Oh, yes.
Caution, terrain.
That's what Betty sounds like, guys. And she just keeps letting you know that there's terrain right over there. Alright, so it looks like I've got rain all in my little valley up here. Potentially might be able to get through over there, but that's really kind of in the wrong direction because I've got mountains there and there. So I think what I'm going to have to do is use this little hole right here, climb up to my minimum safe, just another 3,000 foot higher, and I've been told it's VFR on the other side, so I've only got maybe 15 or 20 miles of clouds to deal with. So bring my ITT back up to 720 and keep our prop at 2,000 RPM. And if for some reason as I get closer, some holes open up where I can go back down a little bit easier, then hey, so be it. But I don't want to get all the way up there and then realize, oh crap, I should have already climbed up. It's a lot easier to go down than it is climb back up, especially when there's a lot of clouds and rain up there I can already see. So it's kind of pointless just to wait until I get there. Right, I'm going to go ahead and go connect. I'm going to start heading to the right and connecting with my actual course because that's what my minimum safe is off of, is that specific course. Climb up to my 5,500 on that course, punch through this rain and probably really bumpy clouds, and then break out on the other side, make a quick descent down into Gazmata. Alright, well that dinger just said, the people on the ground just texted someone here and it says, we're getting a good rain right now, been going for 15 minutes, should blow through shortly. We'll let you know. Great. Well, I hope that it's nice by the time I get there, because I brought enough fuel to get there, have about 10 minutes max of messing around, dealing with weather, and then heading back to Hoskins where it's supposed to be nice all day. So if that's the case, I'll probably be waiting till tomorrow to do this, because this morning I came from Goroka all the way to Gazmata and then on to Hoskins. And for the Gazmata, from Goroka to Gazmata, which normally takes around 2 hours, ended up taking like 2 hours and 2.5 hours just because the winds were so strong aloft. And had light to moderate rain for about an hour and a half in IMC. Finally got down maybe 1,000 foot to where I was clear of clouds, vision with the ground, and I could get to about 5 miles to Gazmata, and that's the closest I could get. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on my radar real quick. Our map and with a radar. I like to keep it around the 2.75 degree up. That gives you a better indication of what you're actually looking out there, because there's a lot of mountains. If you have it just 0 degrees, it's going to pick up a lot of the ground, it's going to pick up a lot of the mountains. So just 2 seconds ago, I just saw like a light area kind of through that area, and that's potentially that. Bring my torque back to 1250 now that we're leveled off. Actually, it might be a little bit lower than that because of my fuel flow. Let me see. Well, it just looks like maybe just a little bit of rain through here. Let me zoom it out a little bit further. Looks like they've got a decent rain over top of Gazmata right now. This goes out 40 miles right now. So, yeah, hopefully, sometimes even with this much kind of green, the green just usually means light rain, yellow means more moderate. A lot of times you can still see the ground, so we'll see how it is once we get up there. So my weight right now is 5,200, so my VA is about 122, so I'm getting ready to go through some potentially turbulent clouds, so I'm just going to go ahead and slow on down just a tiny bit. at my course and see. Alright, so it looks like I can go either way. According to this, I'm going to head off to the right just a few miles off of my actual course because there's no extra mountains on either side of it. Alright, they're slowing down a little bit. Throw a bypass on, potentially some rain. We'll throw our heater heats on and our igniters on, depending on how strong the rain is. Looks like I actually might be able to go around a lot of the rain already. Looks like it's potentially more, not clear, but all less dark over that way than it is right here, which is showing what the radar is actually showing. So, I've got a 31 knot crosswind right now, going this way. Oh, I'm just kind of just blowing sideways. I should pass most of the rain right here. Right, we're not in rain right now, so I'm turning the igniters off, but I'll leave my engine inlet bypass and my pitot heats on. And we'll lock my seatbelt in case it gets a little bumpier than planned. Although I think I should be able to miss a lot of the more convective looking clouds. So because I have 31 knots of crosswind right now, and I mean the mountains around here around 3,000 feet or so, something like that. I think 36 at the absolute highest. I'm going to probably have a lot more turbulent air today just because of the strong winds. It hits all those mountains and just kind of swirls along the mountain because it's coming from that direction. Alright, we'll throw igniters on now. It's not that heavy, but... Right, it looks like it might be clearing just a tiny bit at Gazmata, so that's good. It's nice, this is our only airplane that has weather radar. So coming out to the islands, West New Britain, East New Britain and stuff, this is the plane you want to have because it's always terrible weather in the islands because the southern side of the island is in rainy season right now, where the northern side is in the dry season. But the island's only 50 miles wide right here, so pretty much anywhere you go, you're going to have kind of terrible weather like this. Kind of just cloudy and rainy, and we had lots of rainstorms this morning. So what my plan is to be able to get down out of this, in case it still is IMC by the time I get there, is I have another route from Gazmata up to Candrian that I can drop down at a lower altitude, or, yeah, that's going to be 3,100 feet. So that would be my second plan of action. So what I would do is just put that in, whoops, as another point up here. And that way I already have a line on there. I can activate that leg, connect to it, and then descend down to 3,100 feet. Alright, let's just take a look at what the radar is saying over, okay. Directly over top of Gazmata, it looks like it's clear. So I'm gonna actually head that way. Looks like there's a tiny little hole right over Gazmata. So I'm heading that way in hopes that I can see down below and quickly drop on down and get in there. So the runway is gonna be 09er and 27, I believe. Elevation is 10 foot, yep, 09er 27, length is 830 meters, it's flat, nothing special. There's a couple old World War II airplanes there, which are pretty cool. I shot a video on the ground a few months back there, and just showed you some of the planes and stuff. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'll leave a link down below to my Patreon page where I'll post that. Alright. It looks like it's clear up here, at least as I'm saying clear as in there's no like rainstorms or rain. Not necessarily storms, just rain. I'm gonna punch through this. I've got 17 miles to run, so I still have some time. So I've got a pretty strong wind out of the east today, so I'm going to be landing a runway 09er. Still not seeing much as far as below me. Right, it's definitely getting a lot better now. Kind of the sprinkles are stopping. I can see the ground over here. Not great. It's still kind of a scattered to broken, just a 500 to 1,000 foot at most. But I'm hoping that once I get right through here, I'll have a couple of holes straight down where I can get down. Alright, I'll pile it off. Let me just wiggle around and see if I can't see anything below me. Not really. Alright, well, I'm going to go directly over top of it. And hope for a hole. If not, I'll head out towards Cambrian, do my IFR descent down to 3,100 feet, see if I can break out up there, and maybe if it's just kind of sprinkling underneath or something, we'll see. So let's go ahead and do our landing checklist. Our selectors and brakes are good. Our TALs will leave enabled for now because we are at IFR. Our VREF should be the same. 52, so 53 knots for our approach. Our lights and inlet, our light's already good, our inlet's good. It says rain has stopped. Alright, so it has stopped just like my weather radar is showing as well. Directly over top of it, which is right that way and 12 miles. All stations Gazmata, November Tango Zulu, 12 miles to the north, 5,500, shortly on descent. Overhead, Gazmata, time 50. No, that's not right. 37. Time 37, correction, 37, Gazmata, November Tango Zulu. Okay, lights and inlet are done. We'll do that when we get closer. Potentially a hole over that way. Head over that way a little bit more. Alright, when we do need to go down, we're just probably going to push the prop forward, help us slow down, go idle, start getting our flaps in so I can get down as quickly as possible if I do see some holes, which I don't yet. So if you're wondering why I left when the weather is this crap, is because I actually had another airplane let me know, oh yeah, it's definitely VFR over there, like not even 2 minutes before I took off. And then I got a message from these guys saying it was clear, but that's PNG, like it just comes and goes in waves, so it could be beautiful 5 minutes ago, and all of a sudden it's just raining again, so that's the way it is. Alright, it says it's not raining there, I'm only 9 miles to run. There's one tiny big hole right around Gazmata, as far as rain goes.
Mosby 171 Alpha, November Kilo.
That is looking
Mosby Foxtrot Quebec 127.
potentially hopeful. Can I see the coast? Nice big hole, yes I can. Alright. Up forward. Degrees flaps. Quite a bit of rain out on the ocean, but I'm seeing the coastline now. So hopefully we can get landed, take off, and get these guys out of here. I have actually 2 flights out here today. I'm only filming 1 though, because I only have battery to do 1. Right, that's awesome. I'm glad that I can at least get down in here for at least 1 today.
Hoskins 171 and Alpha Tango Echo Alpha, November Kilo. IFR, descent currently 5,000 miles inbound. Stations Hoskins 171.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get Cambrian out of here. It's OBS 09er. Way I can see, because I don't really see it quite yet. Let's turn off our weather radar. Don't need that. Got rain maybe 2 miles that way, 1 mile, half a mile that way, and a half a mile off the coast. Alright, let me just go 0 degrees of flaps and just zoom on down here. So I can get in before the rain comes back. Alright, prop is forward. Go ahead. Moresby at 861 November Tango Zulu. In the circuit, Gazmata, report after landing. Alright, I'm not getting up. All stations, Gazmata 127.1, Kodiak November Tango Zulu, 4 miles to the north on descent, Gazmata. Alright, if we need to go around, power up 20 degrees, pitch for 73, we'll go straight ahead, and then a left-hand turn out towards this terrain over here, but it's away from the heavy rain over there. Prop and harness is good, we'll do SAR on the ground. like it's starting to rain again. Igniters are on, landing, DAD bypass, pitot heats are on. The reason I run my pitot heats is just because it keeps it hot. That's where I get my airspeed from. So in theory, it's potentially supposed to help keep them cleared, or if there's, that's not gonna be any icing because it's hot out. But anyways, that's why I have it on. Alright, so I'm just going down right now around 1,700 to 1,900 feet per minute, just so I can get down in there quickly before it really starts raining. Oh look, there's a boat out there. I never see a boat out there before. That's cool. Alright, there we go. There's pattern altitude, 1,000 foot. I'm just going to go ahead and enter my downwind now, in case that rain decides to come in here a little bit quicker. The flaps to go. Alright, 20 degrees of flaps. And we'll bring our torque down to about 350 today because I'm light. The boat's probably just parked in there because it has such wavy water out there today. Alright, 53 at the slowest. I think we're going to come in probably closer to like 65 to 70 today because there's a lot of wind shear here. I really want to get a sinker on short final. Alright, now we're on the base. 600, another 100 foot to go before turning final at 500. Flaps checklist is complete as far as we can go. And there's 500.
500.
Alright, got 18 knots on the nose. That is whipping for here. We don't normally have that kind of wind here. So definitely the rain is probably on its way in. Yeah, because it's whipping so good, now it's only 12 knots. I'll just keep my speed up a little bit. It's a really long run. That might have been for me. Where is the cones?
November Tango Zulu, Preflight Quebec 1271.
Stand by landing, over Tango Zulu.
Sorry, dude.
Alright, we're continuing. Gonna be sloppy. Oh, they really need to cut this. This is super skinny. Definitely not the required 20 meters. Looks like it's potentially soft in there. Let's see. Alright guys, well, now it's full-fledged raining here. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that short little flight over here to Gazmata. Yeah, I've got one more to do. Hopefully I can get that done as well today, but thanks for taking the time to watch. I put out videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so if you're interested in subscribing, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again. Where's the 8861 November Tango Zulu on the ground, Gazmata, cancel SAR.